Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Cypher and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is this little baby's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give him when we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. We have several different training collars for you to choose from tomorrow, and we'll be going over all that with you, but the second piece of equipment is his training collar. Now he is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Cypher heel. At this point, he has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with Rich when they're walking. Not forging ahead, staying right with Rich, and Rich talks to him to encourage him to stay where he belongs, no dropping his head on the ground, but walking along nicely like a gentleman. And when Rich stops, he's been taught to sit. And he gets a click and a little treat for doing that well, because he's a very young puppy. So we want to keep this fun for him. He doesn't even have a full mouth of adult teeth yet. So we're teaching a baby how to be obedient and respond to commands. And he can be a little bit of a hardhead too. So he's probably, of your 3 dogs, the one that is going to require the most work on your part. And we will send you home with a clicker to use or 2. This is your sit stay. Now you're going to lengthen out the amount of time he can hold it and the distance that you can go, because he is so young. And when Rich returns back to him, he'll walk right back to his shoulders. He gives them lots of praise for a good job, and they're going to take off heeling again. And you're going to see the difference between each and every dog. They've been taught exactly the same commands, but they each execute them differently. So their learning curves are different because their ages are different and their maturity levels are different. So he can be just a little bit of a hard head, but he did sit and he is looking up and making good eye contact. Stay. There's your sit stay again. And then Rich will demonstrate the recall or the come on command. It's Cypher come. He comes in and sits. He's not supposed to be jumping on you. He's supposed to be sitting when he approaches you. And these are all habits that we've instilled, and you're going to continue to instill in him when you get him home. Because he is a baby and he is very impressionable. We want him to have a good time doing it. He's getting tired, so he's doing automatic downs because we've been working with him. This is your down. Your down command is very important. That he lays down on command and stays. And again, you're going to lengthen out the amount of time he can hold it and the distance that you can go. And you can practice this indoors as well as outdoors. Beautiful recall. And we will demonstrate that down on command again for you. And you can see he's happy doing it. He does his down better than his sit, which is very unusual. Down's usually the harder command. So we have demonstrated for you Cypher's ability to understand and respond to his heel, his sit stay, his come, and his down. And I will have written paperwork to go over with you regarding his housebreaking, crate training, all of that. We think he's done a great job in a short period of time, and we will see you tomorrow. We'll be back with your other kids.